Hello, nail friends who like nail art as much as I do. Today we are working with, I'm sorry I had to brighten this video a little here and there because it was kind of dark, unfortunately. So there, right off the bat, I'll just put that out there. Today we are working with glass gel from Wildflowers. I don't get paid by any of these people. I am also using their Wildflowers foil gel, which I do like. You will notice, though, that I was applying that very thin. And the reason why is because what I have found is if you apply it too thick, then it does not like to transfer the foil. You can also use the inhibition layer on top of these nails, but it just depends. You know how much I love to work with my nails and have them pop off. So yeah, the gummy stuff was not super gummy on this one, so that's why I was struggling. This one comes out super, super cool, though. If you have not seen the picture at the beginning, go back and check it out, or see the picture at the end. This one gave a really neat dimension. So on this one, I'm using 3 different foils. I used 1 coat of glass paint, then 3 different colors of foil. A lot of them are holographic. So what I have found is if you're going to do this glass look where it's sort of embedded, you need to make sure that you're using holographic foils, because otherwise it just kind of looks like chrome, which again is cool if you're looking for a chrome look. I was not necessarily looking for a chrome look. I was looking for more of like an embedded shattered glass or aurora kind of look for these. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different things you can do with this. So we're going to do some nail art. We're going to do some gem placement, and some different things. But anyway, so what am I doing now? I mixed some top coat with my blue glass paint because this one is super pigmented, which I adore. However, I wanted it a little lighter. So I mixed those two together, and then I went back and I'm going to show you that nail. That pink one that just came across the screen, I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. I actually moved it in the video to a later portion of the video, so I apologize because you got a little preview right there. Woohoo! On this nail, this is the purple glass gel, and I'm doing, again, a kind of an embedded look, but this one we're going to do a full coverage. So I went in and covered the whole nail with this star pattern holographic, and now I'm going over it with the purple. I did this one straight because I wanted to see the difference. So without lightening it by using top coat, it comes out, see that? It comes out a little more like a chrome look, but it's kind of a neat 3D embedded chrome look. Okay, here comes that blue one again. We're going to do another layer on top of the previous layer. I know that sounds like redundant, but it's not, because what we're doing is creating a layered look and it gives it a 3-dimensional finish. So I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it does. So again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to lighten up some of my blue. You can see how dark the first dot is versus the second dot. I'm going to cover the whole nail with that, and then I'm going to go back in a second time just around the outer edge to create a halo look. So there you go. I'm just going around the edge. It's going to create a halo look, which is really cool because it ends up being very dimensional. So this is a super easy look. If you're doing this on a client at the salon, you're looking at maybe 15 minutes to do 5 to 10 nails, depending on how quickly you work, because it is fast. Like you put the stuff on, throw it in the light, switch hands, go back and forth, and you're done in just a couple minutes. Oh, I'm teasing you with that pink nail again. Oh, no, I'm not. Maybe I'm actually doing it now. Like I said, I was doing this, so I wasn't really sure where I was going with this set. Yeah, I am. I'm showing you now. Okay, I wasn't really sure where I was going with this set, so I had to kind of cut and paste the video back together, so I apologize. It's a little messier than my normal stuff. Okay, that's that purple nail again. We're going to do this same pattern, so I'm not going to show you every step for every nail because I think you get the idea, right? Like we're layering layers of gel polish in glass and layers of foil. You can do this with any foils you want. Like I said, the holographics come out the best, but or if you have like iridescent polishes, those would come out really good too. You could also do it with some flower designs. I think I'm going to do that in the spring and show you how to do some glass embedded foil designs, but we'll see. I have lots of ideas. I have lots of ideas. I just don't have enough time to do them all. I swear I could post videos like 3 days a week if I just, did this for a living. So, but I don't. I don't get paid for this. This is all just for the enjoyment of it. So maybe someday I will, but right now I don't. But on that note, if you'd like to share and subscribe and post a like, I would be more than thrilled if you did. Okay, so where are we now? So this is another nail. I'm using spider gel now. Oh, I forgot to tell you that we were going to use spider gel today. Spider gel is like my newest addiction in nail art. So I did the same thing, but just on the tip. Remember at the beginning I showed you I was just doing the tip of this red one? So I did the tip of the red one. I encased it in more red glass paint. And now I'm using the spider gel to create these really fine lines, and I'm going to crisscross them. So I made a line at the top just to clean up that edge, which gives you that French look. And then I'm going into that part that looks like shattered glass, and I am putting really fine lines in a lattice formation. So crisscross. Okay. Then at the top, we're going to make a heart. I'm calling this one my Queen of Hearts nail, because that's what it reminds me of, is like Alice in Wonderland and the Queen of Hearts. I don't know why I went there with this one. It was calling to me that it needed to have like a Queen of Hearts look. So right now I'm using cat eye fuchsia paint, and I painted a heart and then I went in and zhuzhed it up. It's called velveting a cat eye. So I zhuzhed it up with the nail, with a magnet, and I'm going to freeze it. When I take it back out of the lamp, I'm going to outline this in gold. So that's Madame Glam's gold paint, which is a glitter, and I adore it. If I had thought about it, really, I would have probably honestly used the spider gel, but for whatever reason, my brain went to this Madame Glam paint, so that's where I went. I went to the Madame Glam. So I'm just going around and outlining the heart to finish it off. Once we get this done, we're going to put some stonework, I keep calling it stonework, gemwork in. And what we're going to do is tuck it between the heart. There we go. We're going to tuck it between the heart and the edge of the free edge of the French nail tip. I can't think clearly. So we're going to do this with black and like an iridescent rhinestone, and then we're going to put some caviar beads in between in gold to coordinate what we already have going on there. I am not going to show you the whole thing. I think you get the idea. I put down some gel polish first because I only need this to be a display. I might have used the gel glue if I was doing it on a client. And then I'm going to put the other stones in between. I'm going to fast forward and not show you all of that because it would be really boring and take a really long time. Like I said, I think you get the idea. So I'm going to put those other stones in between. In a second, I'm going to show you what it looks like once we get those in, and we're putting the caviar beads in. So I'm just tucking those in between. I tried to get as close as I could. Eventually, I'm hoping to get a better camera, but it is what it is. So hopefully you can see that. I'm tucking them just on the top. I didn't do the top and the bottom because I really just wanted it to finish the top of this nail. So that in-between space. So they're in between each rhinestone, and I'm clearly struggling to put that last one in. I have not frozen anything yet. I'm working with this wet the whole time because I want to make sure everything is lined up exactly where I want before I freeze it. And there you go. We're going to freeze that. That nail is going to be done. I'm just going to put a little top coat on that one and we're going to be done. Okay, so this is that nail I kept teasing you with earlier, so I'm sorry I kept teasing you with it. I wasn't going back to re-edit it for like a 10th time, but it was a teaser, right? Okay, so the first thing I'm doing, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you use just the foils without the iridescent or holographic quality to them, they end up coming up looking more like chrome, which again is okay if that's the look you're going for. So what I did is dabbed in some holographic in between, and then I'm going to go over it again. And I'm just using essentially that sticky layer, right, until it doesn't stick anymore. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done. This one was a little more full coverage. Some of them I left a little more of the glass showing through, but this one I did a little more full coverage. I don't know why. I think I just got I got heavy-handed. I got a little excited. And then I'm going over it with another coat of the pink glass gel paint. We're going to freeze that. And then we're going to go with it in with the second layer. But see how that's starting to build up? It's funny. It's really hard to catch that on the film. Okay. This nail I struggled with. I don't know why. I started with this and I thought it was going to be fantastic because I really wanted kind of a like monochromatic, but it was too close in the end. So I end up covering this pink spider gel with gold, the Madame Glam gold paint. But it's okay because if you do stuff like this, it's great to see like how to fix it if you decide to hate it. So I screwed that up. So I'm just going to take that off with my finger and redo it. But you can see the spider gel is really easy to work with to get those really, really, really fine lines of glitter. So I love that. I'm going to stick this in the light in a second, and then we're going to take it back out and we're going to paint over it. The nice thing about the Madame Glam is that you don't have to, so this nail has already been top coated, so you don't have to top coat it again. Okay, so I went over the lines, I put in the gold on top of where the pink glitter had been, so it just gives it like a 3D effect. And now I'm putting dots in because I'm going to make it like a, I always think of this like as a velvet couch with cushion, with like the buttons. Have you guys ever seen those? Know what I'm talking about? So we're going to do these in light pink and dark pink. We're going to alternate. Because again, I wanted this nail to be kind of monochromatic, but I also wanted to have some texture to it. I didn't want it to be so monochromatic that you couldn't see the design. So that's me just adding the last couple of pieces. And that nail is done. And then the last one we're going to do, I know this is a quick video. Believe it or not, I edited this down from like an hour. Because I was like, this is going to kill people if they have to watch this much footage. No, we're not doing that. This is the black gel polish nail, or the black glass paint nail, I should say. What I did was I covered 2/3 of it with a full coverage foil. And now I'm using silver spider gel to do that same kind of a thing where we're going to give it a little bit of a lattice look. The nice thing about the glass paint is that you can, I mean, not the glass paint, the spider gel, is that you can go over your lines a couple of times if it's not thick enough and just make it a little thicker. It's actually very easy to work with. And there we go. Okay, so top coated, I've top coated. I'm going to take the inhibition layer off and show you what they look like finished. There you have it. Aren't they pretty? So 5 quick looks using foil and gel glass paint. I will see you next week. Hope you enjoyed.